Hello everybody, Cooper here, and welcome back to another episode of AFL 23 Career Mode, here with the Tassie Devils. Happy Easter! This video will be coming out after Easter, so apologies that, it won't be out before Easter, unfortunately. But we've got North Melbourne, who traditionally do play on Good Friday, so that is something. Should be a very fun game. They've been pretty competitive this season. They've got a couple of wins to their name. So hopefully they can provide a bit of a contest today. And here come the Devils in our special Cadbury Guernseys. Can't wait for this one. I'm very, very keen. The Kangas have called heads on the toss. There's a big wind heading to basically the right half forward flank of the left of screen. And they've decided to kick against the wind in the first quarter. There's also a bit of rain about, so we've got to be mindful of that as well. We can't get the first hit out, but we lay a fantastic tackle. I think that's Harley Reid in there, does a really good job. We get the hit out down via De Koning. Handballs it straight to Luke Parker, unfortunately. Zerha going against his old team today. And John Noble does a really nice job at halfback. Let's just kick it short. Hopefully we can get a contest here with the Wiz. Not to be. Cherry picks it up, a big performer in our Richmond series. And he gets wrapped up again. Harley Reid tackling the machine to start. Looking for Zerha at half forward, takes a strong mark. Max King's on a lead. That's where we go, but it ends up with Cannon. Now obviously being a left footer, we'll have to compensate for the wind a little bit, because that is blowing quite a lot across the right of goal. And that was never looking like it was going to be a score. Ball gets cleared out of the stoppage. Zane Dersma tries to hit up a lead. Does via Cooper Harvey. Son, obviously, of Boomer Harvey. 30 goals for his career. Not doing too bad so far. Lines up, sets it wide. It's going to drop short, and De Koning does a good job on the goal line. We've got a 2-on-1 here. We can't get it. Caleb Daniel was the one. And North score the first goal. Not an ideal start. Obviously, we played very well last week against Collingwood. Hopefully, we can get a better result here today. As Nick Larkey, just too big and strong for Alex Pearce on this occasion. North Melbourne doing a very good job so far. Oh, Nick Larkey sprayed it from directly in front. Get the mark finally out of fullback via Harley Reid. Kicks down the line, looking for, I think that's Zerha. Yes, it is. Let's go deep into the forward 50 if we can. We've kicked to a 2-on-1, and the Wiz is the one. Pick it up. Anybody, hit up a target. There we go. Oh. I was getting excited. De Koning recovers the ball, fortunately. I think that's, who's that? Petrevsky-Seaton's down there by himself. Ball goes to ground. Cannon kicks to full forward. Max King fortunately ends up with it. And he's going to line up for the Devils first. Not had a good run of things in real life, Max King. But if he's kicking goals in this game, that'll be a bit better for us. Out of the middle now. Cannon takes another mark inside 50. But he's going to be kicking from well outside 50. Obviously, the wind is going to be doing a little bit here. He's actually going to kick from inside 50. Starts it wide, swinging, and he's got his first. We finally get the lead for the first time today. De Koning can't win it out the middle, unfortunately. Harley Reid getting a lot of tackles today so far. Ball enters forward 50. Finn O'Sullivan into the game for the first time. Gets the rebound out of defensive 50. LDU recently signed a big contract extension with North Melbourne. Ball goes to ground. Sanders. That's not 15. Noble kicks inside, but he's wrapped up by Bailey Scott. Now who's the target? It's Jack Darling, of all people. Ooh, it's actually offline completely. Terrible kick. Let's just get it out of there. That is too short for my liking, but turns out okay. Sanders. Big, strong, long kick. He's an absolute gun. We got hands on the outside. Cox kicks towards Cannon. Takes the mark at centre half forward. We might actually have a crack here with the wind. I think we are a real shot here I did have to think about it for a little bit, but we'll see how we go. It's obviously a long way out. I think that's offline, unfortunately. Yeah, and it is. Great smother there by McKercher, also against his former team. And that is holding the ball. Great tackle by Tom Powell, the South Australian. The Cheesemeister, Harry Sheasel, kicks up the line, looking for Dersma. Finds his old teammate McKercher. Drops it in short, looking for McCluggage. Great tackle by Tom Powell on Nick Cox again. Really struggling in the ruck today with De Koning. Not really sure what his problem is. Zane Dersma gets a nice easy mark inside 50. Really uncontested. Drops it short once again. Finds Tom Powell. Gonna go around the body. Interesting choice considering the wind. Just gets held up a little bit. Barely makes it over the line for a behind. Inside forward 50 now. We need to lay a tackle. If anybody can lay a tackle, that'd be absolutely stellar. There we go. Finally get a goal via Petrevsky-Seaton. 10-point game, but it feels like it's not really going to be a high-scoring game today. De Koning kicks it short, looking for Cannon. Can't find him. And the ball's cleared by O'Sullivan, looking for Mac Andrew. I mean, he wasn't really looking for him, but that's where the ball ended up. Kick down the line. Clayton Oliver spending a lot of time at half forward today. Max King, full forward, takes a nice mark. Max King lining up for number 2 on the game. 18 minutes gone in the first. Oh, my lord. So the goal kicking been an issue for both teams. I can't say that one was because of the wind. I think that was just a bad kick. Sanders looking to hit somebody up in the contest. Can't. Ball comes loose. That is awful. Just give it up. Who's there? It's McCluggage. That's offline as well. Brave kick inside. Coming out of full back. It goes straight to Clayton Oliver. So if we can line it up on that left goalpost with the wind, hopefully we can get a bit of assistance. Oh, Clayton Oliver's done it again. Fortunately, again, out of fullback, we do recover the ball. Kick inside, look short for Jones. Let's see if we can go a little bit deeper towards full forward. Harley's down there. And this one should be a little bit easier to kick, hopefully. 24 goals on the career so far, not too bad for Harley. And he just sneaks that one in. De Koning going to have a spell in the ruck today. Cannon's gone into the middle. Hopefully he can provide a bit of size for us. 18-point game right now. Tom Powell running into an open goal. Offline once again. Sanders kicking long out of full back. Ends up with McKercher. Really good find. Kicks down the line. De Koning's there. Handball inside to Cannon. Brave decision. Harley Reid's on the lead. Can't take the mark. Ball's kicked forward to Zerha. Very nice stuff by the Devils coming out of full back. 23-point game right now. Clayton Oliver back in the middle now after spending a bit of time forward early. Cherry kicks to full forward. Kicks to Callum Coleman-Jones, my former teammate. I'd like to see him kick a goal. He had a big Achilles injury last year. Hopefully he can get a nice goal today. And he does. Back down to 17 now. Kangaroos starting to show a little bit of fight. Oliver kicks to half forward. Only finds McDonald, unfortunately. Zerha on the wing. Kicks to goal square adjacent, I guess, is what you would call this. Not quite the hot spot, but not quite the goal square. Harley Reid having a lot of the ball and laying a lot of tackles so far. Has already kicked one. That's offline. Siren goes. And that's not a score at all, but a 17-point game at quarter time. Cannon in the ruck to start proceedings in the second quarter. Clayton Oliver gets rid of it. Cooper Hamilton gets wrapped up. We finally get a kick away, but it's smothered. Great job by North Melbourne down there. We need a mark at defensive 50. Jack Darling once again missed that earlier set shot. But this is admittedly an easier kick, and they have the wind this quarter. So it remains to see how they'll go. But that is a beautiful kick by Jack Darling straight through the middle. Cannon wins this one out of the middle. Great hands to find your midfielders. De Koning gets sat on by McDonald. Not really sure how that happened, but it happened nonetheless. Cannon lays a strong tackle. De Koning nowhere near it. Now ends up with Georgie Wardlaw, king of the soft tissue injuries. Riley Sanders kicks towards half forward. Cannon can't take the mark. Ball comes loose. Ball kicked forward by North Melbourne, only as far as McAndrew. Let's pop the brakes a little bit. Look for a short target. Here we go. That's not really what I wanted, but probably a bit short for my liking. And that's holding the ball. Great job, McDonald, on De Koning once again. Ball goes forward. Great find by McKercher. A great little contest. And the Wizard finally gets a touch. Has barely seen any of it today. Actually, yeah, he hasn't seen any of it today, but the wind is going to be tough here, especially for the right footers, and that is not a good kick. Short little risky kick by Cherry. And John Noble, I don't know what his goal kicking credentials are. He's only had the 2 touches today, but admittedly he has been in the defensive 50. But that is not bad at all. Actually, it's going to drop short. Cannon ends up with it. This might be some around the body action, I think. Hopefully we can just sneak this one in. That would be ideal. Hopefully we can get it. Oh my god, Cannon. Zerha, admittedly, is having a cracking game against his old side. Max King, I want to get a bit closer to goal just with the wind. I'm not enjoying... I don't want to kick in the pocket, but Cooper Hamilton's going to have a crack. Actually, I probably shouldn't have done that. Wind considering. Okay, let's have a go. Hopefully this works out. Oh, he's nailed it! What a guy! McAndrew's going to have a crack in the ruck today. Obviously has a bit of size about him. That wasn't 15. McAndrew, kick it short. Just maintain possession. Chase Jones is all by himself. Doesn't play on. Actually does play on. What am I saying? Who was that to? Riley Sanders now has it. At half forward. Gives it to Jeremy Howe. Was a forward in a previous life. Finally finds Max King. I think the big fella needs to have a shot from here. But yeah, the set shots has been absolutely awful from everybody today. From both teams. There's just the wind is outrageous. And it's offline again. Caleb Daniel recently came over from the Western Bulldogs. Getting a lot of the ball today, I must say. Robbie Fox. Kicks short, finds Clayton Oliver. Kicks to the pocket, looking for Zerha. Finds Harry Sheasel. He turns the ball over straight to McAndrew. King's on the lead, but I'm going to try and find another target inside 50. Kick to the goal square. Harley Reid's down there. And he does a really nice job taking that mark. Going to try again for a second. Obviously missed just on quarter time. Makes no mistake about that one. Ball goes wide to McDonald, who's having a very good game. Keeping plenty of our forwards very quiet. McKercher going deep. Cannon has the size advantage on core. Can't take the mark though. We haven't had a lot of stoppages today. It's really just been kick to kick in this one. And end to end, quite frankly. Harley Reid can't get it loose. Loose handball. Wrapped up again. Got another stoppage. McAndrew hits it forward. Ball comes loose. I'm not sure about that kick, but it works out in the end. Gonna have a shot on goal. Lining it up with the right goal post for number 2. Ooh, it's blowing across goal, but he's got it. Starting to win a bit of ball out of the middle now. Davey gets wrapped up. Or actually doesn't get wrapped up. What am I saying? Gets the kick forward is what I'm trying to say. North Melbourne get it clear of defensive 50. De Koning running back with the flight does a really good job. Goes wide. Sees McAndrew. Gets him. We're going to kick forward. Looking for Sanders. Can't take the mark. The Tassie boy. And then McCluggage gets wrapped up by Simpkin. We're going to have another stoppage. Great hands out of the middle. We just need to hit up a target here. We can't hit up a target, unfortunately. Griffin Logue having a really solid game. McDonald also having a good game, which I've said, I think, a couple of times already. Jaden Davey can't go back and take a mark. And McKercher having such a great game off of halfback on Zane Dersman, getting a lot of the ball as well. Cannon can't take it. Davey gets wrapped up. Cannon gets wrapped up, but finds Jeremy Howe. Will kick forward. Heading, I believe that's in the DeConing direction. Pushing forward and taking a mark. Really nice job by Sam DeConing. Only the 4 hit-outs today, but admittedly hasn't spent a great deal of the game in the ruck. But that's a nice kick. And now it's a 6-goal game to the Devils. Can't win it out of the middle, but we do get it forward in the end. And James Leake will kick to full forward. Cannon's on the move, but we go a bit deeper than that. And Max King takes it at the top of the goal square. Lining up for number 3. He's been dangerous at times today, but also has been, pretty inefficient in front of goal. But that's nice. We have 10 in the first half. We're just really struggling in the hit-outs in this game. I have no idea why. I haven't changed any of my sliders. North Melbourne going forward for the first time in a while. John Noble takes a really nice mark at half-back. Kicking to the DeConing direction. He takes a nice mark as well. We'll go short here. We've got player on the lead. I don't know why that paused. Ball gets kicked forward. The Wizard, not a contested mark merchant by any means. Sheasel gets the ball on the wing. We've got a 2-on-1 here, and the one wins, thankfully. And it's Colby McKercher once again. Kicks towards Cannon. Has the size advantage, but has lost out quite a few times today. Cannon trying to hit up a forward. Can't, unfortunately. Inside 50 once again. The Wizard. Another mark from basically the same spot that he missed his first set shot. Hasn't touched the ball since. We're going to be having another crack at this one. The Wiz. Same result. John Noble has the ball at half forward. Kicks it short to Cannon. We could probably go with the wind here. We'll kick into the wind and hopefully it will swing back to the left of screen. He's kicked, I think, 1 goal 3 today. That's not bad. It's actually going to drop short. But Jeremy Howe pushing forward. Hopefully we'll kick a goal here. 23, almost 23 minutes gone in the first half. Jeremy Howe's on the board. Wardlaw kicks forward. Finds Sam Banks. Not his initial target, I don't think. Cannon takes another nice mark. Let's go deep into our forward 50. Can't make it in the end. But what a first half it's been. After 5 goals to 2 in the first quarter, it was 6 goals to 1 in the second. They are just dominating in the hit-outs. They're getting a lot of it. I mean, it's only 14 to 11, but it just feels like they are, quite frankly, really on top of us. The inside 50s we're doing a really good job with. They're getting tons of clearances. Contested marks were on top. Intercept marks were on top. But they are killing us in spoils. 3 goals, 2 for Max King. Harley's got 2. Tyron Cannon only the 1 goal, 2. But is getting plenty of the ball. Sanders, Reed, and Cannon, as well as DeConing, leading ball winners. Second half underway. Here we go. DeConing finally gets it out of the middle. Harley Reid kicks around the body, looking for the Wiz. Drop short. Jaden Hardy looking... Well, Jaden Hardy. He plays through the Mavericks. Jaden Davey, I should say. Kicks it short to Tyron Cannon. And although he is getting a lot of the ball, only has the 1 goal to his name. And that's a better kick. He's finally got his second. Very quickly on the scoreboard to start the second half. DeConing didn't even go up there. Harley Reid kicks it short, looking for Cannon again. Takes a nice mark. We're going to have another shot on goal because the wind is in our back. And this is basically... We could probably kick this from 70 and it'll go in. But we just need to kick straight. And that's not straight. It's offline. It's out in the full once again. North Melbourne just working the ball up the wing now. They were pretty quiet in that previous quarter, but they were really good in the first. So hopefully they could be a little bit more competitive in this second half. It's a 55-point game currently. Hopefully it doesn't get too much more out than that. Alex Pearce, we haven't seen a lot of him today. He takes a nice mark in defense. Kicking forward, DeConing comes across. does a really good job. McKirch has got all the space in the world. Cherry chases him down from the side. What a ruckman. Just recover the ball at half forward now. We'll go short. Cannon with that booming left foot. We are obliged to take shots from this range. We're going to start it extra wide here. 14 touches, 2 goals, 2. I think he's kicked about 4 out on the full. That is swinging back beautifully. Officially a 10-goal lead. We're doing very, very nicely, and my controller has died. It's all fixed now. All fixed, and it's... Why is my controller vibrating so much? Okay, we are back in action. Robbie Fox. Let's just clear the ball out at defensive 50. Try and recoup a bit of action here. Ball comes loose. Jaden Davey giving chase. Gets tackled. Nick Cox trying to chase down. I think that was Tom Powell. Great hands by North Melbourne. Get it wide to Sheasel. But he turns the ball over to Riley Sanders. I think that's Cox all by himself on a wing. Jaden Davey is over the top. But we're going to kick towards Cannon. He's on fire. And he takes another strong mark. Already got 2 this quarter. 15 touches. 11 marks. Lining up for number 4. And that is beautiful. De Koning hits it forward very quickly. We couldn't pick it up. I was getting too excited about the tackle. McAndrew runs off half back. Callum Coleman-Jones takes a nice mark at centre half forward for the Kangaroos. But he turns the ball over straight away. Great hands by the Devils. Nick Watson running onto it. Gets tackled. Cox hits up a target. Finds Jeremy Howe. Lining up for number 2. Spending a bit of time forward this season, Jeremy Howe. Do like to rotate it around a little bit, but he set it out too wide, unfortunately. North Melbourne working the ball up the wings once again. They cut inside looking for LDU, and he just... What is he doing? Got a stoppage at North Melbourne's half-forward line. We just need to get the ball clear, except we do the opposite and concede incorrect disposal. De Koning fortunately takes a mark. Hopefully we can be a little bit better than that. Harley Reid, we need a mark. Thank you very much. Good sir. Okay, let's just drop it short. Hopefully that's 15. It's not 15. We set up McCluggage awfully there. And now Tom Powell has it inside forward 50. And he's probably going to have a shot on goal. The wind against him. 18 disposals so far. Has been very good. No shots on goal. Oh, he's got it. North Melbourne finally get one. Back down to a 62-point game. McAndrew off halfback has been so good today. I cannot overstate how good he has been. De Koning can't take a mark. De Koning is having an absolute shocker today. Anyway, De Koning kicks it forward. Finds Jaden Davey. Looking for Cannon. We may as well have a crack from out here. Oh, the wind actually is not that great. So we'll kick it towards full forward instead. The Wiz can't take the mark. Clary is wrapped up. How is that holding the ball? Barely had a chance. Intercept the ball. And we're going to have a shot from here instead. Much better angle, distance, all of the lovely stuff. It's much better from here. Great job by Harley Reid to get it down here and intercept the ball. Oh, I thought he'd missed that. Well, Cannon's got 4 this quarter, 5 for the game. He has been really, really good. Another mark off of half-back by John Noble. He's having a really good game as well. Actually, our entire sort of half-back line having really good sort of quarter of footy. Actually, really just good game overall. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Cannon kicks it towards full forward. Zerha can't take the mark at full forward, unfortunately. But we intercept the ball. That was unexpected. Cannon's going to run into an open goal. And he's hit the post. What are we doing? That was embarrassing, but happens. Happens to the best of us. Zerha drops it short. Cannon takes another really good mark. The distance is a little bit better here. I won't say it's a lot better, but it's a little bit better. The angle still isn't fantastic. But Tyrone Cannon putting in a Brownlow-worthy performance. And he has absolutely nailed that. 5 on the quarter, 6 for the game. North go inside 50, but Banks again. Another little mark at half back. Kicks to Noble. Takes a nice mark. We'll give the hands over the top. Gives it to Banks. Kicks up the line. I think that's out of bounds on the full. Yeah, it is, unfortunately. Not a great kick, but unfortunately we've got to work the ball back now, and that was not very hard. Kicks to the hot spot for North Melbourne. Alex Pearce all over. I think that's Callum Coleman-Jones at full forward. Sanders, handballs inside to De Koning. Kicks to full forward, looking for Zerha. Can't take the mark. Max King over the top. McCluggage kicks it forward. Harley Reid running into an open goal and misses. 76-point game. It's not... I mean, it's been pretty scrappy, this game, just as a general rule, just because of the wind. But I feel like we've been pretty dominant today. You'd have to expect that, considering how we just demolished Collingwood in the last game. But at least we're being consistent, which is all we can ask for. Ball to full forward again for North Melbourne, but Pearce once again all over Coleman-Jones. De Koning takes a nice mark. McKercher has the ball wide. Kicks towards half forward. The Wiz takes a nice mark. We've got Zerha on a lead, but it ends up with Clary. And we'll have a shot with Clary. He's not been known for his set shots in this series so far. He had a stinker earlier today. He had a stinker a couple of weeks ago. And he's always hit the post this time. One day, Clayton Oliver will score off a set shot. And there's three-quarter time. 5 goals to 1 that quarter. We've been pretty good. North Melbourne have been kicking very straight in the last 2 quarters. Admittedly, they've only had 2 scoring shots. But they can only play with what's ahead of them. I don't think we've had an 100-point win this season, but we might be pushing for it. We'll see how we go. Final quarter of Easter footy. Here we go. De Koning finally gets a hit out, but again, straight to a teammate who gets tackled. Let's try that again. De Koning wins it out of the middle. Finally, kick it. Why didn't he kick it the first time? Oh, gee. Stoppage at half forward for North Melbourne. We've got space over the top, but ball doesn't go anywhere for us, unfortunately. Georgie Wardlaw kicks inside, finds Zane Dersma, who I do quite like a bit. I do like his game, but he's only got the 6 touches today, and that is not going to be his first goal. Sanders kicks wide out of fullback. Cooper Hamilton can't take a nice mark. Ball's kicked towards goal. I don't know who kicked that, but that is a great kick. North Melbourne get the first of the quarter. It was Luke Parker, of all people. The old man from Sydney. He's actually not from Sydney, but he played for Sydney. You know what I mean. Coleman-Jones kicks inside to Cherry. That was not 15. And now Cherry's going to have a crack on goal. Having a very good game in the ruck. Also with his tackling has been really, really good. To cut it down to 64. He's cut it down to 69. Nice. Cannon this time, the target out of fullback. Ball dropped short. Zerha gave up on it halfway. Can't pick it up. Luke Parker picks it up. Caleb Daniel is kicking towards goal. I think that may hit the post. But Nick Larkey's taken a mark on the goal line. Where has this North Melbourne been the rest of the game? Unreal. North Melbourne have the first 2. I think we're just being a bit too handball friendly at the moment. There's another example of it. We get the tackle. Another great tackle by Oliver. We just need to get the ball forward. No, not there. Forward. There we go. Oh, my controller's done it again. Thankfully, that all worked out and didn't screw us around too much. I don't know why my controller does this, but I think it genuinely hates me. Anyway, Tyrone Cannon has the mark at centre half forward. He has 6 on the game. Kicked 5 in the last quarter, lining up for number 7. That is very offline, and it's dropped very short. And Sam De Koning is going to take a nice mark, 15 metres out in front of goal. He's already kicked one today, 18 touches, 12 hitouts. Now has a second goal for his troubles. Ball out of the middle now. Cannon gets it. Nick Cox does a really good job as an inside midfielder. We usually play him on a wing, but that was really quite good. Cannon, 16 marks in this one, has been exceptional. That's a better kick. It's coming back. There's 7. Now a 75-point game. And you think it's probably wrapped up from here. Cannon takes another mark. McCluggage is over the top. Play on, son. I'm too unselfish. Too unselfish. Cannon gives it up again. We should have just gone for number 8. I was not trying to be goal hungry. I was trying to do the right thing. Okay, let's find a target inside 50. We'll kick to the goal square. Harley Reid's down there. And he takes a nice mark. 23 touches for Harley today. 2 goals. Make that 3. Biggest margin of the day. 81 points right now. Harley Reid's on a lead once again. Can't take the mark. Handball gets loose. Cannon. Can't go off the deck. And it's a rush behind. 82-point game now after that rush behind. Caleb Daniel hits up a target coming out of fullback. McKercher, again, just absolutely outstanding in this one so far. And he's kicked it to absolutely nobody. Harley Reid can't take the mark. Gets wrapped up by Griffin. How is that holding the ball? Ay, ay, ay. But we end up with it again, fortunately. Another kick to full forward. And Harley gets another mark. Hopefully he can redeem himself after getting called holding the ball, which was a little bit harsh, I will say. That's offline, unfortunately, for a behind. That is a dumb kick out of fullback by Caleb Daniel. He's kicked it straight to Cannon. Oh, he's done well, I think. He's just... No, he hasn't snuck it in, actually. Another behind. 84-point game. De Koning takes the mark. Let's try and hit up a target here because the wind is quite unpredictable. We can't hit up a target, unfortunately, but we get a stoppage inside forward 50. De Koning is going to do ruck duties. Can't get a snap out of goal. Out of the stoppage. And it ends up with Max King, which is nice. He's been pretty quiet since the first half. Had 3 in the first half and has barely seen it since then. But there's his 4th. 15 minutes gone. 100 points is still on. We lead by 90. A lot is possible from here. Clayton Oliver kicks towards full forward. Harley's on the lead. And he's got it. Trying again for number 4. 25 touches now. That's a better kick. He's got 4. Great hands. Just sharing the ball around in this one. Nick Cox looking for the whiz. Hasn't got a goal today, but finds Harley Reid instead. Harley Reid for number 5 for a 100-point lead. Beautiful kicking. And there's still plenty of time left. It's only 17 minutes gone. De Koning hits it down to Riley Sanders. We've got a ball up. Ball comes loose in the stoppage. Nick Cox kicking it forward. Looking for, I think that's Max King down there. But Jackson Archer takes a really nice mark. And now Finn O'Sullivan at halfback, kicking it down the line. Looking for Bailey Scott, only finds Chase Jones. He's kicking it forward to Max King, who's got the big size advantage on Jackson Archer. Kicks it short, finds Cannon. Interesting position considering the wind. And that is not looking good. De Koning down there once again. Loves to push forward for a sneaky goal, Sam De Koning. 20 hit-outs, 22 disposals. Lining up for number 3. He's got it. North finally go inside 50. And Zane Dersman can't take a mark. McKercher has been absolutely everywhere today. He's been outstanding. Can't get a mark on half-back. Ball's dropped short to Caleb Daniel, pushing towards half-forward now. Alex Pearce once again takes a nice mark. Cannon pushing up the field. Can't get the mark at half-back. Kicking to full forward now. Actually, it's more centre half forward. Max King. Let's just kick long to Harley. Top of the goal square. He's got it again. For 6 of the best for Harley. There we go. Quick hands out of the middle again. Harley back in the midfield. Trying to get a bit more of the ball. Cannon's at full forward. Takes a nice mark. This has been absolutely brutal. Number 8, here we go. For 7 in the second half. What a performance by the Devils. Sanders pushing forward. Harley Reid's in the pocket. And this could be for his 7th. 30 touches and 7 goals. That would be some kind of performance. But he's got to kick it first, and he's absolutely butchered it, unfortunately. North Melbourne don't do a good job of clearing it out of full back. Where's the Wizard? The Wizard hasn't kicked a goal today. Wiz. Oh, it's a rush behind. My mission from here is to get the Wizard a goal. We need the Wizard to get a goal. Crumbs. Where's the Wiz? There's the Wiz. No, the Wiz! He couldn't get it. Oh, that's a shame. But it's a big win for the Devils. 121 points, I believe it is in the end. What a result. 9 goals to 2 in the final quarter. 163 plays 42. 8 goals 4 to Tyrone Cannon. 6 goals 2 to Harley Reid. Max King kicks 4. DeConing kicks 3. Oh, I feel so bad for the Wizard. How many hitouts did DeConing get in the end? 21. Wasn't too far behind Cherry, which was good. McKercher was very good also. He had 16 touches. Our next game on the schedule is against Richmond, and that's the next game we're going to play because we haven't played them yet. So there's no other simulation for us to do. If we have a look at the ladder, we're currently in 3rd, still a game behind the Crows. Richmond are a couple of games behind us, but they do have they have a game in hand, I should say. Melbourne have a game ahead of us, so they've played 19. I think they're just behind everyone on the bye schedule. But we are doing very well in this round. We've done very good. Let's just have a look at the last round's fixtures. Melbourne beat St Kilda in a pretty close game, to be perfectly honest. Harrison Petty kicked 4, Cooper Sharman kicked 5. Really good competitive game at Moorabbin. The Crows smoked the Bombers at the MCG. Tex Walker kicked 5. Fogarty 4, Rochelle 4, Neil Bullen 4. Archie Perkins also kicked 4 for the Bombers. In the Q Clash, the Derby, Jaimis kicked 5, Andy Brayshaw 42 touches, Murphy Reid had 40 touches, and then Collingwood beat North Melbourne. Very, very good stuff by them. Jordan De Goey kicked 4, was probably the best player on the ground, has to be said. But that is going to do it for today. A win in our next game will push us further forward into the season. This is round 20 now, so we've got 10 rounds to go until basically the end of the season, and then hopefully we'll be in a position for a playoff final whenever AFL 26 comes out, or for the following season, I should say. So AFL 26 currently scheduled to be the 5th of May, I believe it was, I think it's the 8th of May. So hopefully I will get this done before then, but remains to be seen. But thank you very much for watching up until this point. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And happy Easter. I know it's a bit late, but happy Easter to everybody who celebrates. And I will see you next time for some more AFL 23 action. I'll see you guys then. Bye!